I want to welcome you back to Black Site Tonight. We're going to talk about Emmett Till's family still trying to seek justice from his 1955 abduction and lynching. I'm going to read this article and make some comments. This is from the Black Information Network. Emmett Till's family has continued to seek justice for his 1955 lynching. Now they're looking to hold the woman who set off the whole Black Chicago's teen murder accountable. According to NBC News, activists and relatives want Mississippi authorities to prosecute Carolyn Bryant Donhan for Till's kidnapping 67 years ago. Donhan was named in the warrant for Till's abduction, but was never arrested or brought to trial because police didn't want to bother her. Although Till's family would prefer a murder prosecution, the kidnapping warrant is named on and could still exist and be used to indict her in court. However, 67 years later, they face obstacles to finding an original warrant that could be in boxes of the old court records, and many witnesses have died since Till lynching. Jabru Hill, Till's family attorney, said in a statement, "Because the warrants do not expire, we want to see that warrant served on her Donhan." In 1955, then 21 years old, Donhan accused the Till of grabbing her at a Mississippi store. Till's relative witnessed their interaction and said the 14-year-old only whistled at her. 2 days later, Donhan's husbands, Roy Bryant and half-brother J.W. Millam, showed up at Till's great-uncle's house and loaded with firearms and abducted the teen. Till's body was soon after found mangled in a river. The two men set off by Donhan were acquitted of murder and never indicted of kidnapping charges. Donhan, now in her 80s, is the only one still living who was directly involved with Till's murder. According to NBC News, Till's relatives believe Donhan's arrest for Till's abduction and killing is long past due. Deborah Watts, who runs the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation, said in a statement, "Mississippi is not the Mississippi of 1955, but it still seems to carry some of the errors protecting the white woman." Watts and other relatives of Till met with the district attorney Dwayne Richardson, the lead prosecutor in LaFleur County, Mississippi, before left disappointed, NBC News report. "There doesn't seem to be the determination or courage to do what needs to be done," Watts said. Carolyn Bryant Donhan should be not only arrested, she should be prosecuted and given the death penalty. And let me tell you something about the Justice Department. Let me tell you about Mississippi in general, the county of LaFleur County. If this was a Jewish person and they committed crimes during the Holocaust and they were 90 years old, they not only will be still prosecuted, and if possible, they will give them a death penalty. So why does Carolyn Bryant Donhan get to walk the streets? Ever since the age of 21, she's been able to have children, grandchildren. She's been able to enjoy her life. It seems like she's been able to fulfill every dream she wanted to. But she took this teen's life because of a whistle, because she felt offended as a white woman. Well, I feel offended. Black America feels offended for his young teen life to be mangled and thrown in a river. But there is no justice to be found. This is how white people deal with things. There's justice for Jewish people. There's justice for Asian people. But there is no justice when it comes to black people. Oh, they want to give you an apology, a proclamation, a day off, maybe a quick twerk. But where is the justice for Emmett Till's family, who's been fighting since 1955, and this woman is still walking the streets of America and has never been prosecuted for this crime? And it seems like it'll never happen. Where is the justice? This is sad to see that they have enough information to put this woman in prison. And I don't give a damn if she lasts in prison a day. It's worth it because of what she did to that teen in 1955. I don't see her on TV crying and say I made a mistake. I ain't seen no apology. And personally, I don't give a damn about apology. I want justice like every other black person. But it seems the only justice we get is the side eye. Didn't that happen in 1955? Can't you let that go? Just like they say about slavery. Slavery happened a long time ago, but they never say that to Jewish people. But they got that for black people. This is how they treat us when it comes to black lives, when it comes to us getting reparations. That happened a long time ago. Don't worry about it. Move on. But I'm glad his family is not moving on. Because putting her in jail for a day or two, a week, will give them some type of satisfaction that there was actually justice in this country. Yes, they're protecting that white woman because there's so many others out there who did the same thing to young black men who were hung from trees, ended up in rivers, cut up in pieces, probably in somebody's glass jar in the damn garage. They're members. Where is their justice? We don't want this just to be a moment in history to where a blonde black man, young black male died at the age of 14. And at the end it doesn't say she was convicted of a crime of killing this young man. I'm tired of this. No justice. When the justice should be met because you have a crime. You have the perpetrator. But it seems like no one from the DOJ, state of Mississippi, the county of LaFleur, wants to dish out that justice. But if it was a black man or a black woman and they found 50 years later that they did commit that crime, they would give them swift and harsh justice. And I like this sign. We still march for Emmett Till. And we should, because justice should be served on Miss Carolyn Bryant Donhan, a degenerate. I want to thank you for listening to Black Side. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.